reflect because I don't watch TV. I used to watch it a lot, and I don't watch the news because I felt like it's filled with things that would cause anxiety within myself. So I more so search for my news instead of receiving whatever they dump and pour into me. And one day he told me, he was like, "Mom," he was in the back of my car and he was had my personal computer. And he was like, "I'm being mom." He was like, "No, Carter, I'm working right now." And that really got to me because although I may feel like I'm not looking at social media all the time or looking at TV or doing those things, that form of technology even can consume us to where it shows up for our kids, and in their minds they are looking at, okay, well, you're telling me not to do X, Y, and Z, but you're doing this, and you're thinking, oh, well, it's just work, but you're not at work. You know what I'm saying? So realizing that technology not only is just social media or the shows that you watch or um talking on the phone. It could also be checking emails and writing newsletters on Sundays, or different things like that that can really, how are we showing up for our kids? And one thing that also spoke to me was like, we're talking a lot about what our kids need. And I like how you guys have tied in about ourselves because so much as parents, we're pouring into our kids all the time. But when are we filling our own buckets? When are we going to our own therapists? When are we being mindful of ourselves? When are we tapping into when we have anxiety? And I really want to charge all of us to really be reflexive in that space too, because in order to be what I need to be for my kid, I have to take care of myself and make sure that I also have the tools to help me to be the best me that I can be. We're never going to be perfect, but there are some things that we need to unpack within ourselves to be able to be good parents for our kids too. Are there any other questions that we have?
One other quick comment on that. Something I do at Mercy at our IOP groups is a lot that we talk about trying to recognize those signs and symptoms when, like, you can even like think of it like a thermometer. Whenever our anxiety is starting to rise, well, what's that look like? Or when I'm feeling more depressed or more angry, um, starting to recognize those things sooner, catching them early on, and then having some things we've thought of ahead of time, like a little go kit, a little safety crisis box with stuff in it that we can go to that we've already thought about when we were able to think more clearly. First sign of those things starting to happen, you've got your first line of defense kind of stuff, and going to it. So catching it sooner makes it a lot easier to deal with, and it doesn't have to go to the max. So, any other questions though, like what she was saying?
Any comments? So I want to personally thank all of our panelists for coming tonight. Can we give them a round of applause? I thank you for taking us to help our students and ourselves. And I also want to thank our lovely PTO for putting this event on. And I hope this is not the last one so that we can continue to help to build our school community and help each other grow. All right. You want me to turn it over to you? Zia. Thank you guys.